host at home. Talk about your first book a little bit that you kind of, it's almost unbelievable, but true.
Yeah, it's a little bit stranger than fiction. Well, I'd always wanted to be an author, and I kind of was trying to figure out what I should write a book about. And then when I was 17, I went on this 42-day whitewater canoe trip up in northern Canada, and 29 days into that trip, I was mauled by a grizzly bear. So that experience was harrowing, and I didn't think I was going to make it through it. But once I got home and realized I was, going to be okay, I kind of figured out what my first book should be about. So the 29th Day chronicles that adventure. It talks about the experience of being mauled by a grizzly bear and everything that happened after it. And that memoir became, like you said, a Wall Street Journal bestseller, finalist for the Minnesota Book Awards, and really launched my career as an author. So that came out in 2019, and here we are, 6, 7 years later, coming out with number 2, my debut novel.
And here it is, like I said, I've got it right here. It's called The Ice on the Lake. And there's a similarity, and then we're talking about the frozen tundra here again, man versus nature, but this is fictional. So set us up a little bit about this particular book.
Yeah, so The Ice on the Lake follows an older gentleman named Hugh McLaren, and he's estranged from his family. He's a loner. He's had a lot of challenging things in his life, challenging upbringing, and he's an ice fisherman. It's kind of where he finds peace and where he goes after he gets this terminal diagnosis. And so he goes ice fishing on Lake Superior and ends up going adrift on the lake, and no one knows that he's out there. So we're following along with Hugh as he's battling these inner demons and these incredible external challenges of these sub-zero temperatures in winter and this crumbling pack. So it's a bit Old Man in the Sea crossed with Castaway set on the Great Lakes.
I'm telling
So
you,
it's an awesome opportunity to talk about someone else's experience in a survival situation.
A bear attack is certainly definitely, it's almost, like I said, almost hard to believe, and it's amazing, and you survived it. But what rich, things that have happened to you to draw from. So let's talk, though, too, about Lake Superior. So we are here in the Great Lakes region, too. What was it about Lake Superior? I think it's vast, it's gorgeous, it's scary as heck. Talk about a little bit the research that goes into, what it would be like to be out there like that.
Yeah, it's a very raw place. Well, I drew a lot of inspiration from my work with the St. Louis County Rescue Squad. So I'm a member there. We do search and rescue for our region all the way up to the Boundary Waters and the Canadian border. So we do operate on Lake Superior, and we've been on some calls like this. So this was actually inspired by a call that came out in February of 2021, where a group of ice fishermen went adrift on the lake and had to be rescued. I wasn't able to respond on that, but I was able to head down to the lake and watch the very last airboat, our airboat, head back to port and turn to pick up the single person who was left on the ice, who was walking his way towards Wisconsin, where he thought the ice was touching shore. So that really kicked off the idea for this story for me, and I started penning it that very same day. And so getting to be in that organization, getting to witness that kind of stuff, and getting to do like thin ice rescue training and practicing falling through the ice, like those are all things that I really tapped into as I was writing The Ice on the Lake, to make it real and visceral and, an experience that you can join along for.
Wow, it's very dramatic, and we almost every day we do a story about someone who's lucky enough to be rescued by someone like you. So thank you for all you're doing there, because it's very needed, especially because ice fish. I was teasing about ice fishing, but people love it, and there is some risk. So I want to tell everybody this is available today. It came out today, wherever fine books are sold. But also follow Alex on his Instagram. So it's A Messenger Photo on Instagram.
Right.
Your photos are beautiful.
Thank you.
So it's not, we follow a lot of authors around here, but your photos make it a great follow. So I recommend it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Came out today, like I said, and we appreciate your time on a busy release day that you joined us today on Author's Note.
Well, thanks so much for having me, Rebecca. I'm super excited. Appreciate
All right,
it.
It's going to go great. I feel it. All right, welcome back,
Awesome.
though. We will have another author very soon, in the next few days. We have like so many set up for you guys. You're not going to believe it. All right, after the break, it's time for Tech Support with Dave Hatter. Oh, I wonder if he is an ice fisherman. All right, he's going to be in just a few minutes. Don't go away.
oral care equals brain care.
The link between brushing and brain health.
No one wants to get dementia.
And normalizing aging for our kids. Aging Untold, a new show about aging in America.